Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to discuss how to map our domain at Amazon Route 53 to our Lightsail resources. So before starting the video, I'll quickly introduce myself. I am Durga Prasad, currently pursuing BTech third year at Kale University. So coming to the topic, mapping of our domain. So to map a domain name, we should register a specific domain name to host any web applications or web pages so that users can access through the domain name. So there are many domain name providers are available on internet like GoDaddy, Freenom, etc. So I'll quickly show how to register a domain name. So open a tab in your browser and click Freenom domain. Here you go. This is Freenom, a free domain name allocator. So you can search for a specific domain name, like I am searching for dpkl31098. So I am checking the availability. So this will provide the available extensions like .com or .net or .io, etc. So these are the domains which are freely available. So these are the freely available domains, and these are the paid domains. So for project purposes, you can go with the free ones. So after clicking on get it now, it just asks you to sign into your website. That's it. And a specific domain name is allocated to your Gmail ID. So here in this website, I have already registered a domain, that is dpkl31098.tk. So I can use it especially for myself to host any web applications. So any client wants to access my application can able to access the application by just searching the domain name. So this is the prerequisite to be completed before starting the experiment. So after completion of the domain name allocation, so we have to start our project. So we have to map our Lightsail resources. So we need to create some Lightsail resources like Lightsail instance, etc. So to create Lightsail instances, we need to sign into Lightsail console. So I'll just quickly log into that. Go to a new tab and search for AWS Management Console. Just log in with your credentials. Make sure that your account is a root account, not a IAM one. And go to the Lightsail service. So again, after getting onto Amazon Management Console, go to your Lightsail service. So just a second. So this is the Amazon Lightsail main homepage. So here you can create an instance, that is a Lightsail resource. So I am creating an instance. I am creating an instance which is Linux based one, and I am creating in the region Mumbai Zone A, that is AP South 1A. So you can change the region according to your Amazon Management Console's default region. My default region is North Virginia. You can change here as well. So instead I am changing here itself in the creation of Lightsail instance. I am creating in North Virginia. So zone A. So I am creating in North Virginia region, and I am creating an instance which is Linux based one, not Windows. Make sure you select App plus OS as to access WordPress application. Instead, if you select OS only option, you cannot access WordPress application. So make sure that you select App plus OS option, and going to the next options, you can add a key pair or it take default, so leave it as it is. So we shouldn't enable automatic snapshots as it's cost effective. So we need to make our project with minimal cost as possible. So select the instance plan, that is $3.5 per month, and name your instance. I am naming it as SAP project. So this is my instance name, and I am adding a key value tag. So you can add a key tag as well. So my key is name and value is SAP project. So after mentioning all the details, you can click on create instance so that your Lightsail instance will be created. So it takes few minutes of time, so wait patiently. Here it is saying the state of the instance is pending, so let us wait. See, after waiting for few minutes, my instance was created successfully. So this is the instance that we have created now. After that, under networking tab, we need to create these resources like static IP, distribution and load balancer for the respective instance that we have created, that is SAP project. So we have to create static IP, load balancer and distribution. So firstly we'll create a load balancer. So this is a load balancer which is of HTTP type. So the name of the load balancer is project load balancer. I am adding a key value tag, that is name and LP. Okay, I am creating a load balancer. So make sure that you monitor the cost and you terminate the instances after the completion of lab. Okay, so create a load balancer. It will take few seconds to create. So my load balancer is created with this DNS name, and we need to specify the target instance we need to connect, that is SAP project instance that we have created a few seconds ago. So this is the instance that we have attached to the load balancer, through which the load on the website will be controlled. After that, click on the option attach. So wait for a few seconds. So attach it successfully. Our instance is attached successfully to the load balancer. So after creation of the load balancer, we need to add our domain name. In order to specify on which domain our load balancer should work on, so go to the custom domains tab, and here you can see option called create certificate. So click on the option create certificate. So just name a certificate like project domain. So click on continue. So you can give your registered domain name. So as previously mentioned, in many websites like GoDaddy and Freenum etc., you can create your custom domain name. As I mentioned earlier, I have created a domain name in Freenum. So this is my domain name, dpkl31098.tk. So I'm copy pasting it into my Lightsail. So we have to specify our domain name like example.com format, that is domain.extension format. So this is my domain dot extension is tk, I think so. Let me check. Yes, that is tk. So if you specify one, it's fine, or you can specify more than one also, so that on which domain if the load is less, to that domain our service will be allocated. So don't worry if you mention only one domain, it's absolutely fine. So create certificate, wait for few seconds. The certificate was created. Click on continue. So Lightsail will perform some validation tasks. So meanwhile we'll test our instance first. So go to the home page. So here this is the Lightsail instance we have created. So we'll just test the Lightsail instance. So on the right side top corner of your instance there will be an option like 3 dots. So just click on the option and just click on connect. So it will automatically connect via SSH format. So yes, it's connected. So we'll just copy paste this IP instance allocated to our instance. So we'll just check whether the IP address is working or not. Yes, it's working. So this is the advantage of WordPress. A default web page will be appeared. So we no need to include any HTML pages or any static pages to our instance to see the output. So it defaultly shows the sample output whether our resource is working or not. This is the advantage of WordPress. As you can see the output, our Lightsail resource created successfully. Same as we'll check with the load balancer as well. So this is the DNS name which is allocated to our load balancer. So how to go to the load balancer page? Just go to home, click on networking, click on the load balancer that we have created, and on the top of the load balancer you can see a domain name which is allocated DNS name. So just click on the DNS name. So you can see, right? So load balancer also mapped successfully to our Lightsail resource. So you can just close this WordPress. Yes. So now our task is to create a static IP in the same networking tab. So now go to home and click on networking tab and create a static IP. After clicking on create a static IP address, this is the interface you're gonna see. So just attach the instance that we have created, that is our project. So our instance is attached successfully. Then we need to name our static IP. Let's name it as star project static IP. Quite a long name. It's okay. So after finishing, verify your location of static IP creation. Make sure that you'll static IP and load balancer in the same region in which you have created the Lightsail instance. So after filling out all these details, we just need to click on create. It takes few minutes of time. So this is the static IP that was allocated to our SAP project instance. So we'll just check the static IP which was created now, whether it is working or not. So open the browser and paste the static IP address. So click on enter. So as you can see that the same page which was appeared on testing our Lightsail instance is appeared while pasting the static IP into our browser, which specifies that our static IP address is successfully assigned to the Lightsail instance that we have created. So you can close the WordPress now. Now go to home. So now our task is to create a DNS zone for the registered domain name in Freenom. So we'll just create a DNS zone. So here you can see two options. Those are create DNS zone and register for a domain. As registration of domain is done in Freenom website, so you no need to click on this option. Just click on create DNS zone. So after creating Clicking on create DNS zone. So scroll down a little bit. Here you need to mention your registered domain name. So I will copy paste my domain name. So this is my domain name. I am copy pasting it. Make sure that you won't enter www dot prior to your domain name. So after entering your domain name, don't change any options. Just click on create DNS zone. It will automatically create your DNS zone. So yes, you can see that DNS zone is created. So now you can access it globally. Now again click on home. Again go to networking tab. Under networking tab, go to your load balancer. So scroll down a little bit. Go to custom domains. So here you can see the validation details. You need to validate manually. So copy paste these values. So copy paste into your notepad file. So we need to use these values now. Now again go to home. Go to domains and DNS section. Go to your newly created DNS zone. After copying the values into the notepad file, so again go to your DNS zones, go to your created DNS zone. Under DNS records section, click on add record. So here under the record type, change it to CNAME record. Here place the value of the record name that you have copied from the validation, that is this one. So domain name is previously given, so paste the prior one, the previous string. I have pasted this, and I have to route the traffic to this, the value one, this one. So copy it and paste it here. So after quick verification of the details, click on save. So wait for a second. Yes, our records has added successfully. So we have completed most of the task. Now we need to map our Lightsail instance to the Route 53, Amazon Route 53. So to map your Lightsail instance to the Route 53, go to AWS Management Console. In the search bar, type Route 53 service. So this is Route 53 service. So go to the service, click on it. So wait a few seconds. So here you can see the options like dashboard, hosted zones, and health checks onto your left side. So just click on the hosted zones. So it's redirecting to the page. So you need to create a new hosted zone. So create a new hosted zone. So with the domain name that you have created. So my domain name is this one, which I have created in Freenum. So this one. Description I'll write as project domain. So leave the type as public. If you want, you can add tags. I'm just leaving it. So just click on create a hosted zone. So wait for a few seconds. Our hosted zone will be created successfully. So there are no records. These are the default records while creating a hosted zone. We need to add records. So to add records to our hosted zone, just click on create record. So here you can see the routing policy of our record. So just click on simple routing, choose next, and then you can see only one option available, that is define simple record. So click on it. So here you need to give the subdomain name. So I want to create a page which is accessible with this domain name. So I am leaving it blank so that it will create a record for the root domain, that is this domain. So I am leaving it blank. Then click on define simple record. Make sure to enter your route value. So select the first option, that is IP address or another value depending on the record type. For the load balancer application, for the load balancer usage, you need to select this option, that is alias to the application and the classic load balancers. So here you have to give your DNS name. For this experiment purpose, just go to the first option, that is IP address or another value depending on the record type. So click on it. So here you need to specify your static IP. So wait a second, which is assigned to your Lightsail instance. So go to your Lightsail instance, copy this address and paste it here. After pasting the IP address, just click on define simple record. So a record is created successfully. So just click on create records. So wait for a few seconds. So here the record created successfully. So we'll just test our record whether it is working or not. So copy paste the domain name in the new browser and click on enter. So you can able to see that for the respective domain name, the same page which is appeared for while testing our Lightsail instance appears here also. So by which we can declare that our domain name is mapped successfully to the Lightsail resource. So mapping of the domain name to the Lightsail resource has completed successfully. So now we need to repeat the process like creating the records and just wait a minute, I will show you the variations uh, here in the defining records. So you need to change the value or route traffic to the values like classic load balancer, network load balancer, and you can use S3 website endpoint, etc. So you need to explore these options. The process is same. Just go to route 53, go to your hosted zone and click on create record, and just click on create record and test your domain name in the browser. If it's working successfully, then your record is working successfully on connecting to the Lightsail instance. So I hope you are clear with the explanation. If you want, you can refer this documentation in Amazon website. It's free of cost, so you can access it if you have any doubts in this project. So that's it guys. Thank you for listening to my video. Thank you.